Beneath the world of the living, shrouded in silence and mystery, the ancient scriptures whisper of a place few dare to ponder. A shadowed realm where voices fade, where kings and beggars share the same fate, where time itself holds its breath. This is not the fire of torment, nor the paradise of the blessed, but something far older and far more haunting. The ancients called it Sheol, a land without light, a house of silence, the forgotten underworld of the Bible. Join us as we journey into the depths of this enigmatic domain, unveiling secrets buried for millennia and discovering what Sheol truly meant to those who first spoke its name. Every journey into mystery begins with a name, Sheol, a word carved in the language of the ancients, heavy with dread and silence. To those who first spoke it, Sheol was not merely a place, it was inevitability itself. The grave beyond graves, the unseen land where breath fades and voices are unmade. No one escaped its call, no matter the crown upon their brow, nor the chains upon their wrists. To speak of Sheol was to speak of the inescapable shadow that lingered behind every heartbeat. Unlike the fiery pits imagined in later ages, Sheol bore no tormenting flames, no chains of punishment. It was silence incarnate, a vast, dim chamber beneath creation, where the dead lay in shadows, neither rejoicing nor weeping. Here, kings sat beside slaves, warriors beside peasants, their crowns and swords turned to dust alike. In Sheol, there was no throne to rule from, no harvest to reap, no song to sing, only silence. Endless, suffocating silence, the stillness of a realm that knew neither reward nor retribution, only the weight of eternity's hush. To the ancients, Sheol was the great equalizer. It cared nothing for thrones nor for rags. The laughter of children, the wisdom of elders, the triumph of heroes, all were silenced by the same descent. The warrior who conquered nations lay beside the beggar who owned nothing but his last breath. In Sheol, there was no crown to glitter, no lineage to boast, no memory to shield from oblivion. It was the one road walked by all humanity, the single horizon toward which every heartbeat marched, whether in defiance or in surrender. The scriptures speak of Sheol as a dwelling cloaked in shadows, a house not built by hands, but carved by the silence of death itself. It is called the land of gloom, where light does not dwell, where walls are made of absence and the floor is dust. No window opens to the dawn, no flame keeps away the chill. It is the domain of shadows, a prison without bars, where generations of the forgotten lie together in endless night. The ancients feared not its pain, but its darkness, its suffocating emptiness. If the world of the living is a tapestry of voices, laughter, song, and lament, then Sheol is where that tapestry unravels into silence. Here the tongues that once shaped kingdoms grow still. The cries of battle, the whispers of lovers, the prayers of the devout, all dissolve into an endless hush. It is a silence heavier than sound, a silence that drowns memory itself. To enter Sheol is not only to lose breath, but to surrender voice, to vanish into the chorus of the unspoken. To step into Sheol was to cross a threshold no mortal could retrace. It was known as the land from which no traveler comes back, a gate that swings only one way. The living might call out, but none within could answer. No road led upward, no dawn pierced its veil. For those who entered, the world above became but a fading dream, faces, places, and names dissolving like mist. Sheol was not merely death. It was the exile from memory itself, a realm locked by eternity's unyielding key. In Sheol, existence was not life, but a pale echo of it. The ancients spoke of shades, ghostly remnants of men and women, drifting without vigor, stripped of power, stripped of will. Heroes who once shook the earth with their might, now wandered as shadows, weightless and voiceless. Their hands could no longer wield the sword, their lips no longer utter command. Sheol was not torment, but emptiness, a hollow reflection of what once was, where every soul became but a shadow of its own memory. Long before tales of fire and brimstone, the ancients trembled at Sheol. It was the shadow behind every heartbeat, the inevitability that stalked kings and peasants alike. To speak its name was to confront the ultimate fear, the silence that swallows all. Scholars and prophets alike whispered of it with awe and dread. For Sheol was not punishment, it was the stark truth of mortality, the final horizon where even the proudest dreams fade into darkness. It was the fear that bound humanity together, the quiet terror beneath every generation. Sheol lies at the edge of time, where the currents of life are severed, and the mortal heartbeat slows to stillness. It is a place beyond seasons, beyond dawns and dusks, where years mean nothing and ages vanish like smoke. To the ancients, it was eternity's waiting room, a liminal space where the living world could no longer reach. There, the souls of the departed hover in perpetual suspension, neither rising nor resting, bound to a silence older than memory itself. It is a boundary no human can breach, a threshold of the infinite unknown. Even after millennia, Sheol remains a riddle whispered through the ages. Not a place of torment, not a haven of bliss, but a silent abyss that humbles the living and the dead alike. It is the shadow beneath history, the echo behind every heartbeat, the quiet reminder that all paths, no matter how mighty or meek, lead to the same unseen realm. To contemplate Sheol is to confront the eternal question, what lies beyond life's fragile veil? And in that question, the ancients found both terror and awe, for Sheol is not merely a place, it is the mirror of our own mortality, endless and inexorable. We have walked the silent corridors of Sheol, peered into the shadows where kings and beggars share the same fate, and listened to the whispers of a realm older than memory. It is a place without light, without voice, where time itself seems to pause in reverent stillness. Sheol is not punishment, nor reward. It is the quiet inevitability that awaits us all, the final horizon of every mortal journey. As we return to the world above, we are reminded that life, fragile and fleeting, carries weight in every choice, every word, every breath. Reflect on the paths you walk, the legacy you leave, the lives you touch. For while Sheol waits for all, the echoes of how we live resound far beyond the silence. Tell us, what do you think Sheol truly is? Does it frighten you, enlighten you, or change the way you see life itself? Share your thoughts below. We want to hear your voice. And if this journey into the hidden depths of the Bible moved you, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, so you never miss an exploration of the ancient mysteries that shape our world. God bless your life.